I'm really excited to bring to the show Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester.
Peace,
she is
Queen. How are you?
Delaware's member of Congress.
Yes,
and what
indeed.
makes it so amazing is she is poised to
Welcome,
become
welcome.
thank you. She's poised to become a black woman in the Senate. Now, when Senator Kamala Harris was there, it was lonely because she was the only black woman in the Senate, and now we're poised to have potentially 2 in the Senate, you, of course, and Angela also Brooks, who is running for Senate out of Maryland. So, Congresswoman, I'm going to call you Senator because let's just speak it into
That's
existence.
right.
You call me Lisa.
Yes.
Call me what you call me.
Well, I want to
Angela?
afford you your respect because you're about to be Senator Lisa Blunt Rochester.
right.
So
All
we're
right.
so happy
So
to
proud.
have you. Angela's been talking about having you on all day.
So proud.
I'm going to toss the mic to her to let her ask the first question.
Well, you didn't need to do that, but I'm grateful. You know, the thing that's funny about this moment is you guys just talked about it being a family reunion. It really is. Y'all are my family. She is my family, too. And I will say, the thing that we talk about the most, can I tell them?
Go ahead.
Fashion and makeup.
That's what
She's killing it right now.
Let me tell you, she is
She
the
bad.
flyest, and I love
And you look
bad.
casual, comfortable, fly.
bad.
so fly.
Thank you, because it was so important. Literally, Angela was trying to help me because I had to do my speech up on the stage, and, you know, we're mailing stuff and everything. Ended up wearing something I already had in my closet.
I love
Is
it.
that what you did? It was
love
brand new.
It was something that was comfortable.
Yeah.
And then tonight, like right before I got on the plane, they were like, "We're going to wear white." I said, "Nobody said."
Yeah.
who had this suit I wore on my 60th birthday. My
60th?
daughter did-
60 where?
Girl, 62.
Wow.
I mean, not 62
Get
today,
it?
this year. But I had it, and I said, we're going to put this on and put on some sneakers so that I could be comfortable.
I love it.
Yes,
Very fresh.
We're all in sneakers.
Very fresh.
I love that you. So first of all, I love that you said you were 62 because it made me think of when Donald Trump was talking about President-elect Harris, and he said, "Well, apparently she's 60. I thought she was a lot younger." I think this is a time where America is going to learn a lot more about Black women and how we age.
They already know y'all don't crack.
Right, exactly.
They already know.
Well, they're going to see a lot more because I would not have guessed that you were 62 at all.
Well, this past year, I got the best title I have ever had. Not Secretary of Labor, not CEO of the Urban League, none of that stuff. Grandmother.
Grandma.
Oh,
Yes.
congratulations.
I love it.
So
Congratulations.
I'm fighting for reproductive freedom because my granddaughter is here because of IVF.
Wow.
So
Wow.
For me, this is an important time.
Yeah.
That's all right. Give us a sense of the race so far. How has it been? I mean, obviously, you're a congresswoman from Delaware. People love you everywhere. I mean, you don't have to be in your state to know it, by the way. Your work speaks for itself, and it speaks beyond the borders of any state. Give us what you're feeling. How do you feel about the race? What's the prognosis? We already know we're claiming the thing.
I am glad people are claiming it, and y'all know I'm a person of faith. I
Yeah.
believe that faith, basically faith without works is dead. And so for me, one of the things that is probably the biggest challenge is that a lot of people sleep on Delaware.
Yeah.
They think, oh, it's a blue state. But it's only 3 counties, and they vote blue, purple, and red. We literally are urban, suburban, rural, and coastal. And so those farmers in that part of the state, a lot of times, they're not looking at us. And just being a Republican, you're going to get 40% of the vote in my state.
Off jump.
Yeah, up jump. So last time, my opponent had no staff. It was him and his girlfriend running around the state. They had no platform. They had no money until Dark Money came in at the very end and did an ad about me dancing, because y'all know I love to dance. I'm in a beehive. But he showed a video of me dancing, and they covered up who I was dancing with. It was John Lewis before he died.
Wow.
And so that guy with nothing got 44% of the vote.
Wow.
And so for us, we want people to understand, don't sleep on Delaware.
That's right.
We got to get the turnout, and that's true for Kamala and Tim as well. Turnout is everything.
That's
right.
Everything.
That's right.
It's everything. When we turn out, we win.
That's right.
But people have to connect their vote with their life.
Yeah.
So for me in Delaware, we've got these unincorporated areas that didn't have clean drinking water. I mean, this is not the 1920s or 40s, or the 60s. This is the 2000s. And so for me to bring clean drinking water to those communities, that is the kind of work we do.
Powerful.
maternal mortality. We know as black women, we're 3-4 times likely to die. And so to be able to do work on maternal mortality and menopause and jobs. I said if I had another middle name, it'd be Lisa Blunt Rochester. I love the economy and jobs and building wealth. And that's why my speech yesterday about Bright Hope was about entrepreneurs and growing black and brown businesses, as well as growing our strong communities.
I love that.
So I just want people to not sleep on Delaware.
Yeah.
We are a very moderate state.
I'm so happy you brought up water insecurity. I think a lot of people don't realize there are over 140 million people in this country without access to clean drinking water in these United States. And most of those people are people of color. So that's a crucial issue, and I think it speaks to why Delaware matters, even if you don't live there. But to have you in the Senate would certainly help tilt the scale for a innumerable amount of
Well, we
issues.
need black representation in the Senate too, beyond Delaware.
Absolutely.
This is very true. I mean, for me, the other thing is democracy sounds like some, ambiguous, amorphous thing. But for somebody like me, who was trapped up in the gallery on January 6th when that insurrection broke out. Like, I felt and saw and heard how close we were to losing it. And so, Jim Clyburn said, everybody says this is the most important election. He said this isn't the most important, it's the most consequential. The consequences of this election for the next decades or generations. So for me, I recommitted to this work after that insurrection.
That's real.
And so I'm fighting for my seat. I'm fighting to flip the House, hold the Senate, and get Kamala Harris and Tim Walz into the White House.
Are you nervous about people accepting election results?
Oh, let me tell you, I forgot. I asked somebody for the stats because we have not just doubled or tripled the number of lawyers that we are going to have on hand for this election because we know they're going to try to challenge it. If they win, they're going to
don't say challenge it, say steal it.
Steal it.
Yeah, I don't like when y'all say challenge, say steal it.
I'll say that we know. Well, speaking of incredible. Hello.
We have sisters in the Senate.
We have
sisters of the Senate.
We have Senate candidate Angela also Brooks joining us now. We're going to ask you to put on your headphones and get situated. And you got some fans. Some fans
That's
with
Flame. That's Flame. What up, Flicky Flame?
She's running for Senate in Maryland.
Absolutely.
Don't be one to me.
Okay.
Hello, we got fans flying.
Asking people to throw
Fans
things
flying.
at
No,
We got
that's
fans
Flame.
flying.
That's Flame Monroe.
Oh my goodness.
That's Flame Monroe. That's a personal friend. I know Flame. Yeah.
Well, as Lenard takes his fan out the bag, welcome, Angela. We're thrilled to have you.
Help him, somebody. Help him also, Brooks.
One thing I'd love to ask you both while you sit here is how do you feel about tonight? This is history in the making, not just for Kamala Harris. I know you've been a longtime supporter, a part of the initial transition, even the VP vetting team. So you've been there a long time, Lisa, a personal friend of Joe Biden's. How does this feel for you all tonight?
Oh, yes. It's absolutely incredible. You know what? The electricity in this building.
It's crazy.
I think it is crazy, but you know what? It is well deserved. This is a person. And let's just say this, who deserves so much the moment that she's in.
That's right.
A person who has served honorably as district attorney, attorney general, senator, vice president. She has served our country so honorably over these years, and she deserves this excitement, and so do we.
Y'all deserve the excitement.
Yeah, we deserve as a country. We deserve as a country to have a leader who inspires all of us, cross-generationally, from the youngest to the oldest. We deserve this moment.
Well, I was saying you deserve it too. As the woman who is about to join the ranks of the United States Senate, God willing, we're claiming it on this stage. However, your own experience as an elected official, people who believe in you, who trust you, who count on your service as having advanced their lives in Maryland and in Baltimore and in the greater area. I just want to know how you're feeling about the state of the race and what do you need? And I'd love to hear also, before we get out of here, what you need.
You know what? I feel really good about the race. This has been a hard-fought race over the last year and a half. We started in a primary with an opponent who spent more than $65 million of his own money to compete in the race. And you know what? And the voters deserve all the credit that they were able, nonetheless, to hear a positive vision for our state and for our country that resonated. I'm the nominee, and we've continued working. We've built a coalition across the state that I know will show up on Election Day.
That's right.
Because they know, like I do, that this election is about the kind of state that we deserve to build for our kids and grandkids. We're not accepting anything less. And I talked about this a little earlier today, but I want our kids not to live on the margins, but to be able to know that they can achieve their wildest dreams. And this is what this is really about for so many of us. And so what we need is Lottie Dottie and everybody to come out on Election Day. Let me just tell you something. When the Democrats show up, and I know that they will, we're going to win up and down the ballot across this country. We're also going to elect the super bad Lisa Blunt Rochester from Delaware, my sister, who is sitting here. And this Senate has never seen two African-American women on the floor of the Senate, although they they should. And you know what? In this year, like you said, God willing.
That's right.
Yes.
God willing.
So really quick, and Angela, I hope you can stay with us. Lisa, so we do not get ever cussed out by your staff. we have to let you go. Yes. Yes.
Where can they go?
Cussing nobody out. For this moment. You don't know. They know I've been waiting for this moment. I was like, how are we going to make this happen?
Thank you.
And first
we
of
love
all,
you.
Again, like to be with some of my good friends. I was just telling them when Tiffany's book came out, I'd send her a selfie with me.
I love that.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm so honored to be, and we are going to be calling each other Sister Senator.
The Sisters of the Senate.
Yes,
We're going to make shirts.
Sister
so
Senator.
I am just so honored, and I'm just, the theme of my talk last night was Bright Hope, the name of the church my grandmother attended for 70 years in Philadelphia. And this moment demands it. And Bright Hope isn't always happy. Bright Hope is having that expectation even when you can't see it. And so the fact that I call, sometimes I call my soon-to-be, hopefully, Sister Senator Davida, because she was like David with Goliath.
Yes.
Slayed that
She did.
thing. And so I'm so thankful for the platforms that you provide as well, and educating us. And even when it's tough love.
That's right.
Would you say that? And probably should drop the mic and leave on that note.
That's real.
But even when it's tough love, we are greatly appreciate it. And
Thank you for that.
Appreciate
Thank you for that, Senator.
Thank you so much.
So